What's happening, traders? It's Mark here at DynoTrading coming at you with today's recap on the wild session that we had today, okay? You can see here it's just about 12:30 p.m. here in the afternoon, getting ready for lunch. And listen, guys, you've heard me say this before, man. There is so much opportunity just in the morning session. Okay, I think you can do just fine trading a couple of hours in the morning time and just try to wrap up your trading by lunch. That's my theory. But, listen, if you're passionate about the market like I am, and I know a lot of you guys out there are, you love trading these markets, and frankly speaking, you're serious about trading, right? If that's you, then, have at it. You can certainly trade round the clock if you want to. The futures markets is open 24 hours a day, but my God, man, what a wild ride we had today. All right, just this week. I mean, today's a Thursday, and I kind of feel, guys, that when you have a great trading week, like you've put together a string of consecutive, awesome, incredible trading days like we had this week, I don't even like to trade on Fridays. Okay, it's just, why take the risk, right? If you've had such a profitable week, and don't worry, guys, we're going to get into today's setups. It was just a world-class trading session today. This was a textbook day in the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And by the way, guys, for those of you that follow along in stocks, all right, the S&P 500 E-mini futures, this particular symbol is ES, all right? But, for those of you that do follow along with stocks and whatnot, the ticker symbol would be SPY, what they call the SPY. A lot of guys out there are trading SPY on its own or trading SPY options, I guess. That's also a pretty lucrative way to capitalize on the leverage and the volatility of the S&P 500. But, to each their own. There are many different symbols and asset classes you can use to trade the general benchmark. But since this does happen to be a futures chart, we're going to focus on the futures setups. All right. Now, don't worry. I also have the Dow futures. The vol. By the way, guys, the vol is this color-coded band here that shifts between, red and green. I'm going to show you what this volume indicator does. But the vol nailed a 1,000-point drop in the Dow today, guys, okay? Anyway, let's get back to the S&P. This is the global benchmark. This is a good starting point. So this leads me to, one of the things I want to talk to you about, guys. What kind of trader are you, right? This is important. Are you like me where you typically like to only trade the morning session, trade for a couple hours in the morning, and potentially wrap up your trading by lunch? And as you can see here, it's 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon. This is typically around the time where I just stop looking at charts, go have lunch, and do other stuff with my life. But listen, there are a lot of people. In fact, if you're as passionate about the markets as I am, and I think there's a lot of you guys out there that watch this channel that are super passionate, you love these markets, you love trading, then there's nothing wrong with trading round the clock. That's another one of the advantages that the futures markets has over the stock market, right? In stocks, you can't really do anything or manage your position overnight, whereas in the futures market, this bad boy will trend heavily. Okay, so let's talk about the setups today, guys, all right? And before we get into the setups, let me just quickly educate you on this color band here, guys. This green and red color band is the volume indicator. It turns green when there are more transactions, aka volume transactions, hitting the ask, and it turns red whenever there are more transactions hitting the bid. In fact, let me just quickly open up Chart Trader and show that to you. Let me draw your attention to this right side here. There's two columns. One is the price column, one is the volume column. All right, so this volume indicator is reading the data directly from column 2 here, and you can see it's pretty active right now, man. Even though it's lunchtime right now, it's pretty active. Okay, so that's really a brief explanation. I've really simplified this for you guys. It's literally when it turns red, think about short opportunities, right? Look at this gigantic. This is outrageous, man. All right, this 320 tick drop in the S&P E-mini futures, and it was just a wave of selling. It stayed red for what seems to be forever. You know what I mean? All those idiots that tried to buy the market or tried to go long the market, they got their heads chopped off. And just so you know, guys, 320 ticks, that's about 80 points. All right? I see all these numbskulls on YouTube talking about trying to grab 1 point or 2 points, and I just laugh my butt off at these clowns. 1 point. Get the hell out of here with your 1 point, right? This is an 80-point winner when the vol turned red, all right? How about this green setup right over here, okay? Right on this bar here, you can see the volume band shifts from red into green. Beautiful setup, all right? And when that happens, that tells you that there are more volume transactions hitting the ask. There are more people trying to get into and buy the market than sell the market, aka you could say the buyers are in control, right? And guys, when the volume turns green, you best be ready for higher prices around the corner, all right? Now, same kind of thing on the Dow, all right? There's a lot of guys that speculate in the Dow. The Dow is a great asset class and a great symbol to kind of focus on. You can do a lot of things. You know, this is the Dow Jones, so this will track, I think, 30 stocks or so in the Dow. They also, this happens to be, you know, the Emini Dow futures, but I believe the ticker, if you're following along in stocks, I think the stock symbol is DIA, stock symbol on the Dow, all right? But, you know, for futures, the E-mini Dow is ticker symbol YM, all right? Same thing, folks. The vol turned red right over here, and this thing just nailed a 1,000-point drop in the Dow. And what's interesting about, you know, recognizing chart patterns, guys, is, you know, something like this here, this is what they call a double bottom, you know? I mean, it's like, if you look at this bar right here and this bar right here, the low of these two bars were pretty much identical. So this is, you know, for those of you guys that follow, you know, real technical price action definitions, this is clearly a double bottom. It might have even given you a heads up that, you know, the market was due for a bit of a bounce even before the vol turns green. But I like to simply follow the colors. You know, I'm a simple guy. I imagine many of you guys are out there as well. We're all trying to keep our trading simple. We're all trying to look for the world's best setups, right? Something that's super low risk, but also very high reward. That's the name of the game, guys, right? And this ability right here, I mean, this ability of getting in to a trade, a short trade, all right? Predicting a sell-off before the sell-off actually happens, okay? As you can see right here, when the volume turns red, this is a thing of beauty, man. You know, I don't know too many people who can set up their charts like this, right? This is really a professional chart display, and you know what I like about it, guys, is it keeps you in the length of this entire move, right? Theoretically, you could have, you know, potentially opened up your short here, and you could have just stayed short, milking every single dollar out of this sell-off. And then over here, turns green, you go long, and you just stay long, right? Where, let's see, this is about what, 8:15, right? So it's about 12:30 now, so this is 4 hours. You just stay long for the last 4 hours, okay? That alone, ladies and gentlemen, is the super powerful value on this volume indicator. That's why I think it's a game changer, not only because it identifies really amazing setups, but also because it can potentially keep you in the length of this entire move, both on the short side and on the up side, okay? And you avoid getting out too early, which is a mistake that I think a lot of new traders makes, right? So yeah, guys, that'll do it for today's video recap. Again, for those of you guys that had the vol this week, this was probably one of the best weeks to get started with volume indicators, because I can't recall a week like we had this week where huge drops, you know, printed in the market, followed immediately by huge rallies. Guys, this is a day trader's dream. If you're sitting on the sidelines, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, today was a day for the trading record books. get your butt off the sidelines, get in the game, and start taking advantage of these incredible volume-based moves in the market. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.